Welcome back, horror fans, to another episode of Slash and Cast, the show that brings you all the biggest horror news of the week every week. We are your hosts. My name is Riley.
My name is Nick.
It is a very exciting week for horror gaming. Some good news, some bad news. It's mostly good news, actually. Even for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah.
Wow.
Content.
We're cooking.
No. All right, take it easy. We bought the ingredients, maybe.
They turned the oven on.
They got paid to afford the ingredients. So it's a step. It's a step.
We're getting there.
We've been talking about this game a lot lately. We've been talking about the game a lot in general. We've been talking about the negative sides of the game a lot lately. And a little bit of that's continuing. But the Texas Chainsaw Massacre did reveal a family cosmetic pack this week. This is the last family cosmetic as part of the content pass. So this new pack called Sunday Best is for free if you have the content pass. So look at that. A whole I tell you, I actually was not expecting, you know, at this point in this game, you expect the lowest.
Right.
You expect very little. And what I assumed was going to happen was going to be like one or two free cosmetics for a specific family, and then you have to purchase premium cosmetics. And that's what they've been doing. There's been one actual family cosmetic pack. Do you know what it is?
I do.
Yeah.
It's that damn bloody pack.
Yeah. And that's, we appreciate the bloody skins, but the fact that it was a premium piece of content and not unlockable was always a little bit disappointing. And yeah, that's the only pack where you could buy one and get the whole family. This is the second one. And these are actually good cosmetics.
Yes, they're different.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of fun in the base game. You know, we've been having a little bit of fun over in Rush Week for a while. We got PJs and things like that. But now, in the base game mode, not only are we having fun in general in that game mode, but it's the family that's getting to have a little fun.
Crazy.
Which that's the piece of lore that seemed like couldn't be touched. You know, we can't put Hitch in a suit like that with a fluff shirt. Like, oh, we can't do that.
You can take his base outfit and put a jacket on it.
Right.
Even that's pushing it.
Yeah, you're cutting it close. But I guess there's a little bit more flexibility over there with Vortex, the licensors of this game, than we thought. And maybe, assuming content keeps getting pushed out for this game, a door is now opened where we can have more and more fun and get stuff like this.
Yeah, and it's really, they're not ridiculous. I mean, Hitchy has the stereotypical leisure suit.
Yeah.
With the blue, but
which is definitely the best of the pack.
Absolutely.
I love it.
But really, none of them are funny.
It's a Sunday Best.
They're ready for church.
Going to church. Yeah.
Johnny going to church with his gloves on.
Yeah. A lot of comments on that with the gloves. I think people are correct about their assumptions on why the gloves are still on and that it's built into his model. Yeah. He doesn't have actual hands. I think it's a pretty easy fix. There's a chance, though, they just thought it was funny.
Could be.
Because we're having fun.
Yeah.
It is. I thought it was hilarious. Like, I actually laughed out loud when I saw it, and I was like, he's still wearing his gloves with this suit? Like, okay. I think it'd be funny if he did, maybe he's a germaphobe or something, which would be kind of weird because he slaughters people. But he's seen his shack. All right, you've seen his shack. But if he always wore gloves, even when he's dressed up for a Sunday Best, I thought it'd be nice if he had like white, soft gloves, something like that. But I'm out of all the things to complain about in the game right now, I'm gonna let this one slide. I'm cool with it. I appreciate this pack.
Yeah, Sissy's is a little basic compared to her other outfits.
I saw some people saying that hers is the best though.
I'm definitely Hitchy's is the best.
Hitchy's definitely the best.
But there were a couple people on Reddit that were matching them to real life magazines.
Yeah. These are literally like 1-to-1 matches with proper outfits from the 1970s. It's pretty cool.
I thought it was very funny that the announcement, the ad for this pack was a magazine, because everyone gives them shit about, oh, you got to read through the magazines, and the ad for it is literally a magazine.
Yeah,
I laughed at that. That was fun. That was funny.
It's pretty cool. Your cosmetics aren't going to save a game.
No,
we know that, and there's a lot to go, but it's something, and it's nice to have something.
This is the first piece of content that if I didn't have the content pass, I would have bought this.
Yeah, there you go.
First cosmetics in a while that I would have purchased.
Yeah. They haven't revealed a price outside. You know, the Bloody Skin pack was $5. I think this will be a little bit more. It's probably 7 or 8. But yeah, if they do, because they could have gone $3 each, which is what they've been doing. Each cosmetic for families been $3 each. So they could have hit you for those for $15, but they didn't.
It's a pack.
It's a pack. So I guess be grateful for this one.
And turn the page. Turn the page to see Bones' outfit.
Yeah, no Bones, of course. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they don't like plan ahead. I guess maybe this pack was supposed to come out sooner, maybe even before Bones was released or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, kind of expected because it did the same thing with Nancy.
I mean, he lives in the graveyard with a chapel all the time, so maybe he doesn't like going to church, so he doesn't have a Sunday best, or what he's wearing is his Sunday best.
Could be.
Yeah, I don't judge.
And you know what? God's not judging him either. Or Sunday best. So one more piece of content is coming with the content pass. That's going to be a cosmetic pack. And maybe they're doing the same thing here where it's going to be a full pack of cosmetics for across all victims, which I don't think they've done that at all yet, beyond, you know, like the blackout cosmetics, which were unlockable. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But it might just be a single victim. We'll see. Yeah. We don't know yet.
It'd be really disappointing. You know, you buy the content pass and it's a victim that you don't play.
Right.
But who knows? Better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah. And in terms of the patch that we've been waiting on, that was delayed as of last week. Shocking to me. No word on that. We got this reveal of the cosmetic pack on Tuesday. I thought that was going to lead to a reveal on Thursday for the patch and release date, but this didn't come with the release date. There's no news in the patch. So a little bit more of a significant delay than I anticipated. I thought we'd only be a week out, but instead 2, maybe 3 weeks.
It could have been due to the server issue that they were having. That could have delayed their patch announcement.
Yeah. You may have encountered that this week. It appears that they're fixed. So the servers were like completely down. You couldn't play at all, at least most of the time. Sometimes you'd be able to sneak into a lobby, but yeah, you couldn't really play at all. We actually were going to stream and we couldn't. It wouldn't let us play.
Yeah.
So yeah, people were thinking maybe they got hacked or whatever. I don't think that was the case.
You could still play Rush Week, and you could sometimes get games if you turned crossplay off.
Yeah. So
that'd be weird if you hacked just a third of the game.
Yeah. But of course, when you shut crossplay off and you're playing Xbox, Nick Nasty talked about this. It got even worse. You know, if you're only playing Xbox players, the consistency of crashing, at least one person per lobby, it was a lot. You know, it was happening all the time. So yeah.
And people have been coming out of the woodwork saying, "I'm the one who hacked the servers. I'm the one who, or this guy."
Yeah, that always happens. Always. Maybe somebody was being honest. Maybe somebody truly did DDoS them. Whatever. I don't know if that's the case or not. Gun has yet to say anything since they reported they were investigating it. And they didn't say anything after that.
I hope they do.
Yeah. So if they don't, and you didn't have an update on whether or not the servers were fixed, here's the update. They seem to be working.
And as an apology, do not give us double XP as an apology. We got it. Just say what happened and move on.
They're gonna give us double XP for an apology. That's what they're gonna do for the content pass too, and the patch delay. And yeah. What else are they going to offer?
Exactly. Permanent double XP. Wow.
Well, when that happens, if that day comes, that's truly, we are on the path to sunsetting.
Oh, absolutely.
If you ever get, you know what, from here on out, permanent double XP, you should be like, oh no.
Yeah.
So let's hope that never gets announced.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to our next topic. Another ASIM game here, Dead by Daylight. It's good to talk about Dead by Daylight. We get in the show more. We do. We got to be better. You know?
There's always something going on with Dead by Daylight.
Exactly.
They tweet all the time.
Exactly. They are cooking. But this is actually kind of sad news. So the Hellraiser chapter, Pinhead himself, is leaving the store on April 4th, the in-game store on April 4th. Any of that chapter content that's unlocked before April 4th will remain available to use in-game. So if you don't already have the Hellraiser chapter and want to be able to play Pinhead in the future, make sure you get it between now and April 4th. They are doing a sale. It's already active right now. It's 50% off for Pinhead and all the cosmetics in the store. And if you unlock it that way, you'll still get the exclusive Lament configuration charm. So that's nice. But it is off of first-party stores right now. So the only way to actually, except for Nintendo Switch, that'll be running through March 13th. But then, yeah, the only way to unlock the Hellraiser chapter is via the in-game store. I know this sucks, and there are some very upset people. I understand because the Cenobite has not gotten a lot of DLC. There was so much more they could have done with this chapter. So I, in that regard, seeing it being removed from the store is pretty disappointing. I'm glad they gave you a pretty significant heads up so you can get it if you want to. But a lot of the times when things like this happen, it ends up being for a good reason. You know, why would you want your license removed from a game that's making you money? Is it because you're working on something else? Is there should we expect other DLC, etc.? So who knows what that actually means? And that door is always open to come back.
Stranger Things,
exactly.
Left, came back.
Yeah, so they could just, maybe they were working on a deal, didn't get it done in time, the license expired, they had to remove from the stores because that's the law, but now they're still negotiating. It could be as simple as that. Yeah. Who knows? For now, there's your heads up, though. Being removed from Dead by Daylight. Now, in other news, in other ASIM news, Killer Klowns the game just had a new clown skin reveal. They started off by tweeting out like a puzzle of it, and I was going to go solve the puzzle and reveal it on Slashcast. I was very excited to do that. But then they just posted the picture anyways. So now your Harriet clown skin reveal. This was another original sketch from the Kyoto brothers back in the day that never made it to the movie. But now it's going to be in the game. In case you're wondering, Harriet enjoys long walks on the waterfront pier, cotton candy smoothies, high clown fashion, and striking dread in human playthings. She can't wait to make Crescent Cove her permanent hunting grounds.
Kind of cute, though.
Yeah, she do be kind of cute. She's kind of thick, though.
True.
Yeah. Harriet's not clear which clown type she's going to be a skin for. Sure looks like a chubby skin to me, though.
I mean, the head shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a chubby skin.
Who knows?
Yeah, but
I'm probably going to buy it.
They keep dropping those cosmetics, and I know Klowns has certainly slowed down. I hope we see another map coming soon. This, as a cheesy 80s horror fan, to have a game actively making DLC with the Kyoto brothers on designs that they never got to implement because they never got the sequel that they deserved, I think is super cool.
Absolutely.
It's a very unique opportunity. So,
and it's still going. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, it died quick." That there's still, you can still get into a game quicker than any other game out there right now. ASIM.
Yeah, probably.
And there's still so much content coming constantly.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't dead, brother.
And they certainly have fun.
Exactly.
Because you can with that IP. You can do whatever you want with Killer Klowns. I promise you, if you go play Killer Klowns right now, you'll find a game in probably less than 30 seconds. Because they're there. That's the thing with these ASIM games. It doesn't matter how dead the game is. There's always a loyal community.
Yep.
There's always people that are locked in. All right, let's move on to our next topic. Staying in the world of horror gaming, got a couple more gaming topics. The Last of Us controller, I saw this. It was too cool not to talk about. If you're a Last of Us fan, especially the games, obviously, PlayStation is doing a brand new controller, a new DualSense wireless controller, The Last of Us limited edition. I love the white and black design. It's super sleek with one of my favorite things stylistically is black gloss on black matte. So TCM actually did with their Steelbook. The outer slipcover of their Steelbook it's a matte black finish with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre logo being in black gloss. I love that look so much, and that's what this controller is doing.
Yeah, it was trending on Twitter or X. Yeah. It was trending when they announced this.
Yeah, and it's in limited quantities, but it doesn't seem to be super limited because they are doing some retail stuff. It'll be in retail stores, but it'll be at $84.99. Pre-order start March 14th at 10 a.m. Local time. So, yeah. And then you're expected to release April 10th. You get that sucker in your hands April 10th, kind of coinciding right with the show, season 2.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Yeah. $85 is a bit of a steep price. All these limited edition controllers tend to be around there. I guess it's not too bad because DualSense still retail at $70.
Right. You're really not. It's really not that much of a premium.
Yeah. I think I'm going to get it.
All right.
I hate myself.
I'm going to pass on it. But because I know there are people that appreciate it more than me. Not
you don't want to take that limited quantities away from them.
Exactly. Not because I don't want to spend $84. I have 2 working controllers, so if I don't have to buy another one, I'm not.
I have like 5 working controllers, but 4 of them have the auxiliary port is messed up, and I just keep breaking them. So more PlayStation controllers are better. They're so flimsy in there, man.
Yeah,
Hate it. Controllers used to be better.
Simpler times. Let's go back.
Simpler times.
So when the controllers were this big and this thick.
Yeah. Remember PS2 controllers? Mm-hmm. If you've held a standard PS2 controller in the last couple of years, you'll be shocked at how small they are. They are very small in your hands. But, dude, the triggers... Oh, that used to be the big one-up that Xbox had, is that they had way better triggers because they were just buttons, and they always got stuck. Remember that?
Always.
Oh, God.
Be playing Madden. Be like,
Yeah. Yeah, it was brutal. Because back in the day, you wouldn't use triggers to shoot. You'd use L1 and R1 instead.
Yep.
Unbelievable. My God, how times have changed. Our last gaming topic of the day, RoboCop Rogue City. This was a shocking one, okay? So Nacon and developer Tyon have announced RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business. This is a standalone expansion to the game that you already know and probably love that launched a while back on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. And now she's coming out this summer. Got a whole new expansion pack coming out this summer. It came with a trailer. If you liked Rogue City, it looks like you're going to like this too, man. And everyone that I've ever heard play this game enjoyed it. I have it. I enjoyed it.
I'll be honest. I never heard of it. It just completely went past me. And after, checking it out this week and with this trailer, I think I'm going to cop.
Yeah, it's a cool game. It's a cool game.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, this is a little bit of a loose comparison. Don't take it with a grain of salt, but it's kind of like taking Batman, like the Arkham games, and bringing it into the world of RoboCop a little bit.
Yeah.
Similar story structure, if you will, and the way they handle certain missions and things like that and challenges. So
yeah, it's definitely one that I'm gonna check out now. I've only been playing like simulation games.
Yeah.
So I definitely need to switch it up. I need to be more of a gamer.
Yeah. I just played Arkham Knight last week. Dude, that game took 15 hours for me to get through. And I didn't even do the Nightfall Protocol, which will take so much longer because you gotta get all the Riddler trophies.
I've been playing 2 Point Museum. I run a bunch of museums. One of them is in outer space.
Oh. Wow. That's nice.
Pretty good.
That's
There's ghosts.
Nice. Okay, RoboCop Rogue City. All right, this is set after the events of RoboCop Rogue City. Crime is still a problem in old Detroit. A spark of hope arrives in the form of OCP's latest project, Omni Tower, a massive housing complex designed especially to provide for the needs of the residents of the city. However, a group of mercenaries armed to the teeth soon take control of the building, requiring RoboCop to pull a Judge Dredd and ascend the tower to clean things up. There you go. RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business coming this summer. Let's get it.
Let's go.
So move on to our next topic. God damn, this is a big one. Controversial. Scream 7 news of the week. David Arquette is back. As reported by Deadline, David Arquette is officially returning and reprising his role as Dewey Riley. Just for clarification, I have to mention it. It means nothing. Okay, but Deadline specifically reported that David Arquette is returning as Deputy Dewey Riley. Okay, and he hasn't been Deputy Dewey Riley since the first one. Now, I think that was just a little bit of a, I don't know, just little tip of the hat, I guess. But I don't think it means anything. Just so you know,
he became a cop again.
It's kind of that could have been like confirmation that it was a flashback, right? I don't think that's the case here. In my head now, this is as close to a confirmation that they're using AI or deep fakes in Scream 7. That's been the rumor for a long time that, okay, Sydney is going to get FaceTime calls from the killer, and they're going to be using AI technology, deep fake technology to bring back Stu, to bring back Dewey now, to bring back Scott Foley, to bring back Roman. And I don't know. That's cool, I guess.
Yeah, it's either AI deepfakes or half the movie is just flashbacks at this point.
Yeah, I don't even know what is the flashback, or it could be Sydney seeing things, having visions, kind of like how she did with her mother in Scream 3.
That was the scariest shit in the world.
I don't particularly think that's a Kevin Williamson move to make. Kevin is always up with the times. Yes. He's very meta, and AI. We're very close in the real world to be able to pull off what it sounds like they're doing. So I think it makes sense for them to do that. What would have been a lot better though if we didn't know that they were doing that.
Yeah, I remember. I say it all the time. I remember with Scream 5 going into the theater. I went there by myself. And when Skeet showed up, because we saw him at the premiere, and we're like, "What the hell is he doing at the premiere?"
Right.
He showed up right towards the beginning there.
Yeah.
It blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, but a good pop there.
Yeah. It was it would have been amazing if just one punch after the other, like Scott Foley, holy shit, Matt.
Right.
It would have been crazy.
It would be if you were to like take the Spider-Man
No Way Home
reactions from theaters and just copy and paste it onto Scream. That's what would have happened. But now no one is shot. And I don't know why they're doing it. It's literally just to reel people back in who may have been boycotting Scream 7 as a result of the Melissa Barrera and Spyglass situation.
We got it. We got it. We're in.
I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to avoid leaks, but I don't think this is the answer. I don't think the answer is going out there and just revealing all of this stuff to us. Because now, really, the only thing they could do to surprise you and blow some minds in theaters, at least in this regard, would be to have Melissa Barrera return.
Right.
And not say anything. If she just shows up and saves Sydney or some shit in the third act, yeah, that would be pretty crazy, and we'd go nuts still. But that's about it. That's about the only last surprise here that could have been on the same level as all these returns.
Right. Yeah. It feels like next week we're just going to be like, oh, here's a script for you guys. We want you to know everything about this movie.
Yeah. Which is funny because we actually don't know anything about the movie. They haven't even given us a synopsis, but they'll hit us with all these reveals. It's so interesting.
Right.
I don't know what they're thinking.
What is the trailer going to look like? Is it just going to be everybody?
Oh, it's got to be, right? If they don't reveal Matt now in the trailer, you're going to have riots, it feels like,
or any of them.
Yeah, it's something you would think. I also saw a couple theories. Simone talked about this, and I've seen it pop up on Twitter a few times, X, if you will, that potentially it is a flashback with David Arquette, and the flashback is to Scream 5 and him dying and Matt taking the mask off, and it was him.
Okay.
It was Stu all along that killed Dewey. So that could be a thing.
Okay.
Because that would be if Stu is alive. If there's a scenario in this movie where Stu is actually a living character and has been in hiding or whatever for the last 30 years, I would like to see that it was Stu that killed Dewey. It feels more poetic.
At this point, having all of these returning characters, all of them be either AI or flashback, one of them's got to be alive still.
Yeah.
That's got to be the twist.
And then they end up being the killer.
Because okay, look at all these deep fakes I'm getting. It's Stu, it's Dewey.
They're going to be
and
incredible deep fakes.
And then one of them is actually not a deep fake. They're actually alive and committing these murders.
If they're doing the deep fake route, and it's like you have to de-age these people then. Not David, I suppose, but you have to de-age Scott. You have to de-age Matt. Why would he be 55 years old?
Unless the point of these deep fakes is to be like, Sydney, we're all alive.
We're all still cooking.
We're all alive, and we look old because this is what we would look like if we were old.
Well, this is the first non-killer, so we know. If we don't know what David was up to. We don't know what Dewey was doing in Scream 5. This is the first non-killer AI option that has come forward.
Yeah.
I think if they're going to do this, you don't have to tell me that they're in the movie before the movie comes out, but Tatum, Rose McGowan coming back would be fun. Rose McGowan cameo like that. You could get Emma Roberts in there and just, get some more in there.
Yeah.
But you don't have to tell us. It's okay.
We're good. We got our fill. I think we're all on board.
We are going to go see it.
Even the people that are saying nothing you could ever do except bring Melissa Barrera back will get me to watch this movie. What percentage of those people are going to go see the movie no matter what?
Oh.
It's...
Yeah. In other Scream 7 news, just real quick, Patrick Dempsey did talk with Variety, and this is not a very exciting quote. There's not much answers, but I just thought we would talk about it. He said that for Scream 7, why he didn't return. He said it just didn't work out. We were dealing with the fires and everything that was going on, and the schedule didn't work out, unfortunately. That's it. That's all he gave us. Maybe he's going to be in the movie. Maybe he could be AI'd, which wouldn't make sense because he's living. Maybe he's a killer. We got him.
He's the surprise.
He could be, because it still doesn't make any logical sense to me why they didn't bring him back.
And also, how many articles are we going to get? You're like, Patrick, you're not in Scream. Thoughts? Again and again and again?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they don't pick the news.
I do.
I think a lot of these, like Variety and whatnot, your non-horror outlets, have realized that Scream fans have a lot of power.
Yeah.
So they just keep hitting us with it, which I'm okay with. Something to talk about every week.
Those Scream 5 and Scream 6 interviews, especially the Scream 6 ones, they were everywhere.
Yeah, a little too everywhere. Dermot had a couple slip-ups.
He sure did.
A little too everywhere. All right, let's move on to our next topic. Ready or Not 2. All right. A little while back, Matt Bettinelli, Olpen, and Tyler Gillette, they're coming back in the director's chair. Okay. Ready or Not 2. Guy Busick, R. Christopher Murphy, they're on the project as well, writing this sucker. And that is exciting.
Yeah.
Ready or Not. I love Ready or Not. Ready or Not was very good. I will say, I don't think it makes any sense to do a sequel. I trust them. Okay, I trust the Radio Silence team. They've done good things. Okay, I just don't see where a sequel makes any sense.
Yeah.
But then some good news happened. All right, this week Deadline reported that Catherine Newton will be joining the cast alongside Samara Weaving, who is returning. Big news. Catherine Newton's great.
Yes.
I love her in Freaky. I love her in Abigail.
Lisa Frankenstein. I love Lisa Frankenstein.
Yeah, Catherine Newton is again one of the up and coming Scream queens. I love it. I love seeing more of her. So, her being side by side with Samara Weaving is going to be sweet.
Yes, absolutely.
Assuming we see a lot of that. That'd be cool to see them working together. But not clear on a release or anything yet for Ready or Not 2 or where that's going. But again, it feels a little forced to make the sequel happen. But
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's hard to complain when you got Catherine Newton and Samara Weaving together.
Yeah.
So we'll take it. All right. Next topic, the third parent. This has been, creepypasta fans are insane. They are so passionate, which is cool. Used to be a big creepypasta guy back in the day. I fell off. I used to spend a lot of time on the No Sleep.
Yeah, No Sleeps were definitely my jam.
Yeah, and I fell off. And this is actually one that I hadn't read before all these announcements. So the next creepypasta tale to make the leap to the big screen here is the third parent, okay? The third parent, if you didn't know, takes place amidst a 4th of July celebration when a disturbing figure named Tommy Taffy emerges, disguising himself as a human to infiltrate a suburban neighborhood and impose authoritarian rule over an unsuspecting family. And that was already exciting, that they were making the third parent. But then it got even more exciting because Deadline reported this week that Crispin Glover is going to be playing Tommy Taffy. Yeah, I honestly can't think of anyone that'd be a better fit.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed.
God, it's good to see him in horror again.
Yeah.
Crispin Glover as Willard.
Peak.
Peak cinema.
He might have peaked it there.
Oh, yeah. Back to the Future was not it for him. Wait, what? Never heard of it. Yeah, I love him in Willard. I know Willard might not be a lot of people's jam. I do really dig that movie, and I think he was perfect for it. And this is a different role, but it's a similar creepy tone with him. I think he's going to nail it. And, of course, Rob Lowe as well is in the film. Who'd have thought?
Yeah, I hope that we're not getting, the star power in here because the movie's going to be bad or the script is bad. Hopefully not. Can Rob Lowe really do any harm?
No,
I don't think so.
No, he can't. The original creepypasta was written by Elias Witherow, who's gone on to make a whole bunch of short stories with it and a novel. So I haven't gone down that far of the rabbit hole of the third parent, but I have read the original creepypasta.
Yeah, I read it a long time ago.
Yeah. David Michaels, who directed Surveillance, will be writing and directing the third parent.
Yeah.
Exciting. Okay. Let's move on to our next topic. There's a lot here. Okay. The Jaws 50th anniversary is this year, which, getting old.
Yes.
It's not like we were around when it came out, but it was already a classic when we were born. And now it's 50?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So, a lot of shit going on for the 50th anniversary of Jaws. We're going to run through some of it right now, okay? So, TCM Classic Film Festival, they're hosting a screening for Jaws for the 50th anniversary in April. And then Jaws will go nationwide, being re-released in theaters August 29th through September 4th via Universal. There is a 50th anniversary edition of Jaws that will come out on physical media and digital with new bonus material this summer. And then it's also going to stream on Peacock alongside Jaws 2, Jaws 3D, and Jaws Revenge starting June 15th. So that's all the ways you can watch it, just in case you somehow haven't seen it. And then, beginning in May, a whole bunch of new Jaws merchandise will be available for purchase at Universal Orlando Resort and Universal Studios Hollywood, including a sipper cup, a bucket hat, a baseball cap, crossbody bag, cooler bag, and more. So get your wallets out. We're not done, though. We're not done. The Academy Museum of Motion Picture in Los Angeles will host Jaws: The Expedition.
Is there a horror movie that deserves like a whole year of celebration more than Jaws? It fits, man.
Yeah.
It just fits. It's a summer movie, but you can watch it anytime, and it's a classic. It's the classic.
Yeah. And it's spanned so much further than horror fans,
Absolutely.
Steven Spielberg. What are you doing? But even more coming. This one actually might be the one I'm most excited for. NECA's The Game of Jaws 50th Anniversary Edition was revealed at the Toy Fair, okay? This game is so cool in the fact that NECA's bringing it back, okay? Celebrate the 50th anniversary of Jaws with a modern update to the classic 1975 game featuring state-of-the-art, detailed sculpting and paint applications. The infamous shark spans 15 inches in length and looks just like its movie counterpart. Get all the items out of the shark's belly before the jaws snap down on the spear. Dude, 15 different accessories to fish out of that sucker's belly. They got anchor, a boot, fish bones, man, a skull. That game is a lot of fun. It's kind of like playing Operation, but cooler. But Jaws. Yeah, so it's one thing to have the game coming back. To have NECA doing it is even cooler. Because when I first saw it, I was like, oh, they're making an Ultimate Bruce? Like, that's weird. No, it was the game.
Yeah.
So it's going to look good as shit, and it's going to be a fun game to play.
Absolutely.
That one's expected in May. I'm absolutely going to get it.
Yeah.
We're going to play it right here in this table.
Yeah, I'm excited to do it.
In addition to the game of Jaws, NECA just kept on bringing you more shit to spend your money on. They got 2 different Ultimates coming out. You got Hooper, of course, and Quint. These Ultimates, of course, have the likeness of Richard Dreyfuss and of Robert Shaw. Hooper has 4 interchangeable heads, 9 interchangeable hands, including gloved options, and 2 sets of interchangeable arms. Comes with a fishing hook, a scuba tank, a cup, crush cup, shark dart, and duffel bag. Okay? And then for Quint, 3 interchangeable heads, 8 interchangeable hands, and 2 sets of interchangeable arms. He also comes with a machete, can, crush can, rifle, and harpoon gun. Both 7-inch figures, just like all the other Ultimates, and they're retailing at $36.99 each, expected to ship in June.
We just talked about not clearing out our stuff.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna avoid the Ultimates. I'm
gonna try.
I'm selling most of my Ultimates, and I'm trying not to get any more.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I don't know if I will succeed.
They're cool as shit. Don't get me wrong, but I will get the game.
Yeah.
I will get the game of Jaws. I'm very excited for that. But last but not least, maybe it is least, the official Jaws coloring book. 90 pages of classic scenes from Steven Spielberg's 1975 masterpiece, coming April 1st from Scholastic. All of your favorite characters, moments, background patterns, boats, beach scenes, and more. Illustrated by Alvin Epps.
If you are a Jaws collector, good luck this year.
Yeah.
There's so much cool stuff.
But we're just starting. We're just starting.
Yeah.
There's going to be announcements all year.
Yeah.
For the 5th anniversary of Jaws.
It makes me want to get my wallet out.
Yeah.
But I can't. But I have to.
There will be screenings, water screenings all across the country. Anywhere where it's warm, you will probably be able to find a screening where you can jump in the water and watch on a projector screen.
Yeah.
Which is, I want to do that so bad.
Nowhere around here does it.
Well, this year they will. We'll find someone that does
Maybe.
it. Then we can go. You think they would do one in Lake Michigan, but I don't know. I really want to do that because there's something creepy when you're sitting there, with your feet floating underwater.
In the water.
Then it gotta be fun. It'd be even more fun if there's people like actually doing it in shark infested waters. If you actually be able to do it in an ocean, it's not realistic, but yeah, if there actually is the risk of a shark coming up and biting your foot, it adds a little bit of fun to it. Of course, I read a bunch of negative reviews recently for Jaws that were like, this movie made people hate sharks, and now, which is kind of fair, yeah. So just to be clear, sharks are dope. Don't hurt sharks.
Yeah,
but the movie's still scary. Still a scary movie.
A little bit.
Okay, on the topic of more things to buy that you don't need to spend your money on, and then I'm really struggling not to buy this next one. Army of Darkness Lunchbox is made by Surreal Entertainment. It's 7.75 inches long, 6.75 inches tall, and 4 inches wide. It's just like the Halloween one you got, but you want to move to your right a little bit? See that? It's just like that right there, the Halloween lunchbox, which is why I'm so tempted to buy it because I love that Halloween lunchbox. It's a 10-ounce. It comes with a 10-ounce beverage container as well, like a thermos, which I have in that Halloween one as well, featuring artwork from interior page of the Book of the Dead, and a soup cup lid is included.
Again, my wallet, man.
This is such a simple design. It's a fucking no-brainer to make a lunchbox that's just the Necronomicon.
Yep.
That's so cool. And I'm so glad they didn't force Ash onto this anywhere.
Nope.
You didn't need to, man. Let the book cook. Let the book cook, you know? They could have easily thrown them on the thermos too. They didn't. Throw the pages on there. I like that.
Yeah.
I like what they did here. It comes out in May. Up for pre-order right now. $24.99. It's a good price. Dude, these always, if you want a reason to buy it, if you want a reason to spend your money, I'll give it to you right now. They always go up in value.
Yep.
Always. Dude, like that Halloween one retailed at the same price when it came out. It's now worth like $150. This, if you keep it in good condition, it will always go up in value.
Lunchboxes always stayed collectible, man. That's something that's like Pokemon. It's always something that's relevant.
You know who has a great lunchbox collection? Dave Bautista.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's a nerd, and I love it.
I know he's a nerd. I didn't know he
Yeah,
had a lunchbox.
big
collection.
lunchbox guy. He's got some that are worth tens of thousands of dollars.
So he does.
Yeah. And just real quick as well, the Toy Fair was last weekend, which is why so much of this stuff got announced. A lot was announced, okay? So you had Halloween items, Chucky items, Killer Klowns items, Terrifier was all over the place, and of course a bunch of non-horror stuff, TMNT stuff everywhere. Yeah, it was a big weekend. Recommend checking it out. Tots had a bunch of stuff. NECA had a bunch of stuff. So if you're, again, got the money to justify it, start looking.
Yeah, every time I opened either Twitter, X, or Facebook, I would just see more and more announcements. Not just horror, just other things. I'm like, man,
yeah,
I love collecting things, but I don't have anything that I really collect specifically. So am I just going to buy everything that I don't have the money for?
There you go. NECA also announced the Ultimate Halloween 6 figure, and didn't spotlight that one today, but yeah. I saw that. I'm like, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
It's tough.
Looks great, though.
I don't know why we decided to get rid of our shit right before Toy Fair.
You get rid of it so that you can buy everything at Toy Fair. That's all part of the plan. Okay, last piece of the show here. New releases. Borderline comes out on VOD and in theaters on March 14th. Helpless romantic sociopath escapes from a mental institution and invades the home of a 90s pop superstar. He just wants to be loved. She just wants to survive. Starring Samara Weaving and Ray Nicholson. We're reviewing this one on Make Everything Count on the 15th. So go check it out. Looks like a fun one.
Yeah.
Looks like a fun little horror comedy. And then, if you're into that weird stuff, which I am, I'm part of me is nervous but excited for Opus. Next movie from A24 will be in theaters on March 14th. A young writer travels to the remote compound of a legendary pop star who mysteriously disappeared 30 years ago. Surrounded by a cult of sycophants and intoxicated journalists, she soon finds herself in the middle of his twisted plan.
Okay.
It looks so weird.
Yeah.
It is branded as a horror musical, which you never know with those.
Right.
You saw Joker 2.
Yeah.
Have you seen Joker 2?
No, I have not.
It was
I heard it was really bad.
pretty brutal, man. Unfortunately, right now, this may have changed. I don't know if by the time this episode comes out, but Opus sits at a 39% Rotten Tomatoes. The thing is, though, every time an A24 movie comes out, at least most of the time, sometimes it premieres at the right place, critics that aren't horror fans don't do well with A24 flicks.
Yeah.
They never really do. This will be more clear starting next week of how good or bad it is. But yeah, it looks like maybe A24 didn't exactly hit with Opus. We'll see.
Yeah. The first I heard about this was when we went and saw The Monkey.
Yeah.
That's the first I had ever heard of it.
Yeah. And it looked weird then, too.
It sure did.
Heart Eyes is also available on VOD now. So if you want to watch her from home, get on it. You can do that. Blu-ray was revealed as well. It's coming out in April, I believe. But they only have a standard edition right now. It's like retailing like $42.
Oh.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So I'm waiting on that because I know a steelbook is bound to happen. And it was a regular standard Blu-ray retailing at over $40. I'm like, something's not right here. So I'm going to wait a little bit before I pre-order anything.
Interesting.
Convention updates, okay? Milwaukee Horror Con, March 14th through the 16th, coming up quick here. It's a newer show. I still want to go. Tempted to go on Saturday. Only have like 10 guests. Highlights include Felissa Rose, Dave Sheridan, Brett Wagner, Alex Vincent, and Douglas Tate. $62 for VIP tickets. That's as cheap as you're ever going to see VIP for a horror con.
Yeah.
And I mentioned it last week, and I'll give you the pitch again. At cons like this, that are this small and this new, your ability to interact with the celebrities is unlike any other show. Mm-hmm. You can get nice and intimate, hang out, bond, get some drinks. And by the way, anytime a show with Felissa Rose and Dave Sheridan, they're going to be at the bar. They're very sociable, very good people. and a lot of fun to hang out with. So my recommendation, if you're in the Milwaukee area, get there and go hang out with Felissa Rose and Dave Sheridan, because you'll have an opportunity. I bet you Brett Wagner goes out to the bar.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, we're going to go, man. Alex Vincent, just bring him edibles and you'll be good to go.
You're not wrong.
He's great, man. And Doug Tate's a sweetheart. So
True.
Also, Days of Chicago, March 28th through the 30th. We're going to be there. Ty West, Shane Elizabeth, Part 5 reunion, including Shavar Ross and John Shepard. That's going to be a great show. And come say hi to us.
Yeah, we'll be there Saturday for sure. Not sure about how long we're staying. If we're staying Friday, staying Sunday, not sure yet. But Saturday, for sure.
Yeah. And then, I can't believe we didn't mention this last week, because this is one of the biggest horror conventions in not just the country, but the world. It's one of the, as good as it gets, really. Monster Mania, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 14th through the 16th, directly competing with Milwaukee. What were they thinking? Not Monster Mania, what were they thinking? Milwaukee, what were they thinking? Because like I said, one of the biggest cons in the country here. Just to name a few guests here. The guest list is huge. It always is. Tobin Bell, Shawnee Smith, Eli Roth, Chris Jericho, Tom Matthews, Daniel Harris, Roger Jackson, Spencer Charnas. The list goes on. And then after you spend all your money at Monster Mania, I want you to recoup very quickly and head over to Cincinnati for Horror Hound Cincinnati, another one of the best cons in the world. Horror Hound always puts on a great show. March 21st through the 23rd. Guests include Corey Taylor. Slipknot fans? Henry Winkler is going to be there. Super rare one. If you can get your screen poster signed by Henry Winkler, do it. This one back here is signed by Henry Winkler.
It is.
And I'm very proud of that fact. He's probably the coolest one on there.
Absolutely.
Ty West is going to be there. So Ty West is on a little bit of a tour right now.
He is.
Going to go straight from Cincinnati to Chicago. Look at that. And Soraya. You know Soraya.
I've seen a lot of her, yes.
Paige. I've seen a lot. Paige, if you will. Yeah, she is going to be in Horror Hound Cincinnati. Kevin Nash, Damien Leone, David Howard Thornton, Alex McCall from Hard Eyes, the Hard Eyes Killer, Devin Sawa, Jane Levy, just to name a few. Again, huge list they got going on there. If you want to see more details, check out the link in the description. But there you go. That's the horror news of the week.
And you know what? There was a lot more that didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
There was a lot this week.
Yeah.
A lot.
So we said last week that shit's going to pick up. And shit picked up, and it's just going to keep on coming. Now, if we could just pick up on the ASIM horror news, not so much. We had news this week, but we need bigger news.
We need a big announcement news.
Yeah, some of that, you know.
Would love a map for any of the games we talked about today.
That's true. That's very true. That the Predator giveaway is coming out soon. Should I win?
I don't know.
And then even if I did win, they would redraw. I could feel it. You can't give it to us.
Probably.
I should use an alt. Damn it. Okay, first of all, this episode should have been, assuming everything went right, well, it should have been 4K. Did it look better?
I don't know.
Trying to upgrade here. Just trying to make this show as professional as we possibly can. I said it before that I want it, if people were to come and watch this show, I want it to feel like we have 1 million subscribers. That I want them to think we have 1 million subscribers. We're actually trash, but I want them to think that we could hold our own with those peeps. So, a trivia question of the week. First person to get it right in the comments, pinned comment. All right. Which classic horror movie famously used Mike Oldfield's Tubular Bells as its main theme? Pretty easy question. I mean, dude, if these keep getting this easy, because yeah. This one, easy. If they keep being too easy, we're going to go grab those Trivial Pursuit cards and we're fucking everyone over. I'm going to start Googling the answer.
I'm going to the comments right now, so you better beat me. You better beat me if you know the answer.
I thought you couldn't read.
I can't read.
But you can type. Yeah, I saw that coming. All right, that's going to wrap this episode. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more episodes in the future. And of course, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.